Peace. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Gullah Geechee TV. I'm your boy Gullah. You know what I mean? Peace to everybody. Hope everybody out there doing safe and whatnot, being safe. If you if you watching this, please check on your elders. Make sure everybody okay. You know what I'm saying? Fam first. You know what I mean? Hope everybody out there staying safe during this pandemic and whatnot. Hope everybody getting their money. You know what I mean? Most definitely. This live right here, I'm going to be talking about a place for we black towns off the coast of the Gullah Geechee corridor. It's a book written by Queen Quet herself. Oh, this book right here. Uh, just to show y'all a little something. I got to. Your boy got himself a signed copy. Oh, that light crazy. Hopefully I can see that, right? Signed copy by Queen Quet herself. So shout out to the Queen. Shout out to the Circle of Elders. Shout out to all Gullah Geechee members. You know what I mean? See Rice Coast stand up. See Island stand up. I'm a people all throughout the diaspora. You know what I mean? Much love to y'all because we're all connected. The history is real, which we're about to get into today. You know what I mean? That's why I got your boy Gullah Griot. That's what I do. Bring this Gullah history out there for y'all. First thing first, just for some reading material. Like I said, this book right here is a must-have as far as Gullah Geechee history. Also a must-have. Africanisms in the Gullah dialect. Lorenzo Dow Turner, must-have. This one right here, The Legacy of Ebo Landon, also written by Queen Quet. You know what I mean? Those three right there are a wonderful start point if you got any questions as far as Gullah Geechee history. You know what I mean? Powerful. Don't need too much got to be said about that. Now, if you watching this and you are Gullah Geechee, please be a full life member. Get your card and everything. You know what I mean? Be active. When you do your census and everything, the Queen really is really adamant about putting Gullah Geechee down so we can have a real listing of all our members and everything. So keep that into consideration. When you do, you'll get these every month. Just newsletters and everything, talking about different Geechee, what's going on, land rights, ancestral rights and everything, deeds, literally everything. We have these shirts out, which I have one already. Victoriously Geechee. You know what I mean? When I see that, first thing I think of is a Stone No Rebellion. But today, we ain't on that right now. We're talking about black towns in the Gullah Geechee corridor. Once again, this book right here. Give me a second. I'm about to send this out to my peoples. 1 second. Get some people in here and everything. We're going to get right to it. Hope everybody out there doing good. You know what I mean? If you can, make your way down to South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Check out some Gullah culture. For real. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, and it's rich. And it's yours, so take it. Claim it. Be proud of it. Facts. Be proud of it. There's a lot of misinformation out here saying Gullah Geechees are Native American. Some people say the slave trade didn't happen. This one fool said that the Africans are white people. I appreciate this internet stuff because now this day and age is very accessible. But with that being said, a lot of misinformation out here. It's a lot of self-hate. It's a lot of bias. It's a lot of scamming out here. Unfortunately, our people aren't too savvy. Overall, collectively, aren't too savvy on research methodology and whatnot. Therefore, we're easily misled due to feel-good stories and just stuff that sound good. You get what I'm saying? So, and a lot of that stuff stems from racist white supremacy too. So y'all gotta be very, very careful. Keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Fact check everything. Sources out the wazoo. For real. Once again, give me one little quick second. So I'm gonna send this out. Share. I'm coming. I'm coming. But yeah, man, hope everybody being safe out there, man. This day and age is crazy, man. Well, it's been crazy for us as a people. It's been crazy. So I can't. It's it's been crazy. Wow. A lot of stuff in society has to change. You know what I mean? For the ones that are active and activists and out there, be careful. For the ones that aren't, chill with the critique and people who are actually doing something. If it's not good enough for you or not up to your standards, you know what I mean? How about you stop complaining, actually go out there and do something yourself, make a difference instead of just complaining from the sidelines. You feel me? Just some food for thought. You know what I mean? I'm about done. Hold on, I am about done. We're gonna get right to it. Uh-huh. Discord popping, Facebook. Add me on Instagram, Gullah Griot TV. Add me on Facebook, Gullah Dozier. That's Gullah Dozier. That's Dozier. Dozier. It's French for basket weaver. That's my family name. Also, another little Gullah fact. If y'all didn't know, we brought basket weaving with us. You get what I'm saying? The same way we do it here in Georgia, in South Carolina and Georgia, the same way they do it with the final baskets over there in West Africa, which is still done on both sides, continentally and right here in America. If you didn't know that, that's one of those things they call tangible culture. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. All right. We in there. Cool. Put that down. Get this popping. And hopefully we are in there. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right. Or just a Gullah Towns, as you see, Facebook, Gullah Dozier, IG, Mr. Gullah 91. I mean, well, that's the old one. Gullah Griot TV. Gullah Griot TV for the IG. Gullah Geechee area and location. It is referred to as the Sea Islands, Golden Isles, First Coast. It ranges from Jacksonville, North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida, and 30 miles inland. It can be overlaid with the area William T. Sherman declared for the Negroes in Special Field Order 15. That's referring to the seminal Gullah Geechee War. Um, Due to Sherman's march, the records of many black towns were burned. When driving through the corridor, you'll see many historic sites that are overlooked. So, um, my big homies over there, Each One Teach One, formerly known as NBK, they have a saying, start where you stand, right? Which is pretty much what I just got there right there. All these historic sites we see riding around, even downtown, wherever it may be, they're right in front of our face. But all we do is just pull over, or if we're walking, just sit and read it. You'll find so much Black history about wherever you're at, whether it's your hometown, you visiting somebody, you out parlaying, partying, whatever it may be. You got your vaccine shot, you out party, whatever. Read the history, or if you didn't get your vaccine, whatever. Read the history. Um, Many of these stories have been passed down by oral tradition. Gullah Corridor, the Gullah Corridor. This is exactly what I just said. It's just giving you a visual of it. Gullah Geechee Heritage Corridor, Jacksonville, North Carolina, Jacksonville, Florida, 30 miles inland. These are numerous places and cities and towns you can go to that are within the corridor. You can sit there, pause it, screenshot, you have it. As you see, it's South Carolina heavy. I didn't want to throw. I couldn't throw every single town in this particular slide, but you get the gist of it. You do. You get the gist of it. You have South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. People ask me all the time whether it be Facebook or they in my DMs or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever it may be, or just out and about. They see me wear some Gullah stuff or my Gullah face mask or whatever it may be, um, and they ask, "Are they Gullah Geechee?" Well, to answer that, couple of quick things you can do. You can sit and talk with your elders. When talking to your elders, ask them about particular birthdays, birthplaces, schools, military services, obituaries. Why? Because you can use different resources, whether it be newspaper.com. If you're on ancestry.com, you can get a lot of work, like you can get a lot of accomplished with knowing those primary things right there: birthdays, birthplaces, schools, military services, obituaries, and whatnot. And the reason for Gullah towns: our ancestors wanted to have a place of their own where they could speak freely and dance, so they formed these places where the drum called for them to come. And as you see, I put emphasis on the drum. We brought the drum with us. The drum is embedded in our culture. You can't run from it. There's no getting around that. Once again, it just goes back to those tangible cultures things. Many of these places were formed near forts due to that is where they could find rations and protection, while many of those same soldiers were African as well. So I don't want nobody to get the false narrative that like, oh, never mind, I'm gonna go that route. But yes, as you see, we went to these places near the forts because all of this comes from the queen's mouth herself. Once again, right here. These are my top 10 places: Fort Mose, Butler Beach, American Beach, Mitchellville, South Carolina, Lincolnville, Atlantic Beach, Mosquito Beach, Mackenzie Beach, Seabreeze Beach, and Riverside. My personal top 10. Fort Mose, 1731, just north of St. Augustine, Florida. King Charles II issued Edict of 1693, which enslaved males who escaped to Florida would be manumissioned if they joined the army and converted to Catholicism. So when you hear people are saying, yes, we left South Carolina and was running to Florida, La Florida. It was under Spanish control. Yes. Um, Over 100 Africans, mostly Gullah Geechee, 1740, England and Spain were at war, and the English sent ships to attack the fort and bring back any runaways. The fort was attacked for 27 days. This is where we get into Francisco Mendez, who was a black man who founded Florida. You know what I mean? They want to go into too much detail right there. Just want to keep it on the black beaches and whatnot. But like I said, get the book. The information is powerful, man. Francisco Mendez. Fort Negro, located in Franklin County, Florida, 1815. This military base was the location of former Africans who served under Alexander Cochrane. They were known as Colonial Marines and had two separate units which were raised at separate times. Many of these Africans went to Canada. After the military threat was gone, the land was harsh and some left and went to Trinidad. The soldiers that stayed went to battle against General Andrew Jackson, July 17, 1816. Now, I got to go over this one more time, right? Many of these Africans went to Canada after the military threat was gone. The land was harsh and some left and went to Trinidad. If y'all not sure, if y'all not familiar, we have this thing called ADOS going around right now. Unfortunately, a lot of these black people are anti other black people as far as reparations, thinking that their struggle was different in some kind of way and whatnot, not knowing the true history. Right here, I just showed you Gullah Geechee people, my ancestors, who went to Trinidad, or went to Canada first, right? And then ended up in Trinidad, right? But people get upset with who other people of the diaspora, whether it be from Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, Africa, and feel like the struggle ain't the same or just some type of division for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Not knowing that it's all connected. It was a triangular effect. You know what I mean? As far as the slave trade and whatnot. Lincolnville, Florida. Because the Emancipation Proclamation, that's what EP, I have it abbreviated right there. Because the Emancipation Proclamation was used as the war mechanism, many black towns were known to be called Lincolnville. Yes, that was the thing. Yes. Liberation plot consisting of 672 middle class blacks during the time of legal segregation. One more time. This was a liberation plot consisting of 672 middle class blacks during the time of legal segregation. They came from St. Augustine and leased lots along the Sanchez Creek. It was originally called Africa. One more time. They came, these 672 middle class blacks during the time of legal segregation, they came from St. Augustine, leased lots right along the Sanchez Creek, and was originally called Africa. They named the place where they went to because of where they were from. We've always known where we came from. That was in our towns, organizations, even the churches, okay? And by 1880, they were electing their own government officials locally. So they had their own government. You get what I'm saying? Pharmacy, soda shops, 3 barbershops, 6 grocery stores, 4 cafes, and 4 dry cleaners. That's black success. That's black mutual aid. That's black wealth. I love that. 672 middle class blacks in a time of legal segregation went and made their spot and called it Africa. Had their own government and those businesses right there. Big bless to the ancestors. Butler Beach. Frank B. Butler purchased oceanfront property on Anastasia Island. This is the only black beach open to blacks from Jacksonville to Daytona. I forgot already, Jacksonville, Florida to Jacksonville, North Carolina, 30 miles inland, Gullah Geechee corridor. Okay. There's a prominent dentist, Rudolph Gordon. Please look that brother up. Please look that brother up. They had many medical doctors, Leon Reed, T.J. Freeland, and Robert E. Smith, provided their services to the whole community. Whole community. Whole community. There wasn't no divisiveness or nothing. To the whole community. Like I said, multiple Lincolnvilles in this time right here because the Emancipation Proclamation was used as the war mechanism. We already went over that, right? So now we have Lincolnville, South Carolina. Founded in 1867 by 7 black men. Yes, they were pastors. Nobody better not use this information and twist it and turn it for their own agenda biases. Too loud for you? She's trying to call you. She's live right now. Okay. They left Charleston to avoid racial discrimination. They came across Pump Pond while on the South Carolina Special Train to examine properties sold by the South Carolina Railroad Company. Due to its use as a train stopping point for water, wood, and coal, we call it Pond Pond. If you Gullah, you Geechee, Pond Pond. If you know, you know. Big bless. Once again, it was founded by 7 black men. Yes, they were preachers and, into the church and whatnot. Nobody used that and twisted for your own agenda, okay? They came across this while riding on the train, saw what's for sale. Boom, there was a good location due to its train stopping point for water, wood, and coal. Hence, we have Pompon. Mitchellville, Sac-Kakalak. 1865 was populated by 1,500 people. Successful fishing co-ops. I wish my man Antoinette was in here. He loved them co-ops. So peace to you, Antoinette, whenever you see this. You know your boy Gullah rocking with you. Successful fishing co-ops in recreational areas such as Singleton Beach on Hilton Head Island. Mitchellville Preservation Project is seeking to shed light on the legacy of first self-governed freedmen's town in America. Once again, Mitchellville Preservation Project is seeking to shed light on the legacy of first self-governed freedmen's town in America. Vyasa, I know, say less. Still has a park that is open. Also, Tunis G. Campbell. Oh man, that is a tab for you right there. That is a tab for you right there. And Ados is going to hate that name when they hear about him. Oh my gosh. He came from the islands. He wanted to fight the Civil War. He got rejected. He wrote the president, Abraham Lincoln. You know what I mean? He got stationed at Sac-Kakalak. Gullah Geechee was happening. Did his thing. You know what I mean? After the war, he set up his own town and had his own government. His son was another official, Tunis G. Campbell Jr. You know what I mean? So you got Senior, who we're talking about right here, who wrote the president to fight in the war after he got rejected. Then later on set up the towns, which he had his son, Tunis G. Campbell Jr., a delegate. Importance of black beaches. During Jim Crow, many blacks together were not accessible by During Jim Crow, many places together were not acceptable by blacks unless they were within the Gullah Geechee corridor. Segregated beaches also had issues when we entered certain parts of the water or encounters along the shoreline. Many have been annexed into other mainstream townships. These beaches have left a cultural legacy and are staples in the Gullah Geechee culture. That last part is my main reason why Gullah Griot TV is doing this presentation. These beaches have left a cultural legacy and are staples in the Gullah Geechee culture. American Beach. By 1935, the African American Life Insurance Company, which was established in 1901 to provide Jacksonville, Florida with life insurance. Shout out Jacksonville, Florida. The company was the first life insurance company in Florida, the whole state. This black company was the first one. You feel me? They bought 33 acres for a black resort. Abraham Lincoln Lewis named it so. Named it so because he said blacks are American too, which is another good conversation we can have. Not right now, but just side topics or whatever. We're Americans too. We were born here. Our ancestors have fought, died. We have land here. Yeah, American Gullah Geechees have dual citizenship. Gullah Geechees have dual citizenship. We are Gullah Geechee. We from West Central Africa. You feel me? We came together. All these different tribes came together here on this land. You get what I'm saying? Our ancestors fought in the Civil War. They have Memorial Day because of us. We called it Decoration Day first. It's a fact, okay? We are American too. Nana, which is another African word, Nana, sand dune, is one of the national treasures of the Gullah Geechee Nation. Charleston County beaches. Big up to Chucktown. Riverside Beach, Fraser Beach, Seaside Beach, Peter Miller Pavilion, Rimley's Point, Mosquito. Mosquito and Seaside are the only ones still black owned and running. So big up to Mosquito and Seaside. Riverside Beach. By 1930, developed Cooper Rivers Bridge, first black beach in Charleston County. Dance Pavilion, Boardwalk, Playground, Ball Fields, Louis Armstrong, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Ivory Johanna, B.B. King. Man, and a lot of these names, performers, artists, musicians, they're actually can go for all of these speeches I'm about to get into. I actually honestly just got tired of writing the same names over and over again. For real. Not even gonna hold you. Henry Wright, owner of White's Paradise, was first black motel and nightclub with air conditioning. That's a heavy hitter. 1930s, black club. You feel me? Black owned with AC. Chucktown. Mosquito Beach. Descendants of the Solomon Lagar plantation prospered in the truck farming industry right after Reconstruction, provided employment due to the seasonal crops. Men, women, children were harvesters, shuckers, and packers at oyster factories. Joe Chavis built a two-story house on the island so folks could return. Later, he turned the bottom floor into a seafood restaurant. Joe Chavis and Andrew Jackson Wilder became business partners, opened many nightclubs, dining rooms, and rented rooms, and had a motel. Mackenzie Beach. Shout out to my little niece Mackenzie. Love you, baby. Frank McKenzie and Lillian Pyatt. Now that I think about that last name, I just met somebody on Clubhouse with that last name. Interesting. Anyway, Frank McKenzie and Lillian Pyatt acquired 23 acres and opened Magnolia Beach Club in Myrtle Beach with 15 cabins. Fitzgerald Motel on Carver Street on Kings Highway, Highway 17, was regularly listed in the Negro Motorist Green Book. If y'all not sure about the Negro, if y'all don't know about the Negro Motorist Green Book, check out Each One Teach One, formerly known as NBK. If you ever seen this TV show Lovecraft Country, the Green Book, it's a real book, real life thing. I do suggest watching that TV show. Minus all the TV stuff, has a lot of rich Black history in that book. In that TV series, a lot of rich history, for real. It even had I remember a scene of the Denmark Vesey Club. At the beginning, like the first episode or whatever. So yeah, Lovecraft Country. Check that out. Negro Motorist Green Book. It was a real life thing. It told us about sundown towns, where to go to, where not to go to. And also at Mackenzie Beach, you had Billie Holiday, Little Richard, Fats Domino, Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, Count Basie, and a lot of more names you saw on the previous slide. Legend has it, this is the birthplace of the dance, the shag. So Baltimore, all that shagging and dragging, gotta bring it back down home, man, the South, man. You feel me? Shout out to Baltimore. 8/26, 1950. They did have an encounter with the KKK. Get this book, read all about it. Support Queen Quet. Black Authors Matter. Oh wow. And here we have the Atlantic Beach, aka the Black Pearl, Black Bike Week. 1930s, Gullah Geechees opened restaurants, motels, nightclubs, beachfront property, and formed a community. Black entertainers couldn't lodge at Myrtle Beach or North Myrtle Beach, so the Black Pearl became a favorite destination. Intracoastal waterway became destination for boaters, and Atlantic Beach, along with Myrtle Beach, started to see an increase in tourists. Seabreeze, North Carolina, North Cackalack, Cape Fear region. This is now we're talking about the 910 area. J. Cole's from here, you know what I mean? Dennis Smith Jr. played professional basketball. Cape Fear region, aka Freeman's Beach, which was on the way to Freeman's Park, aka Bop City. So we've been saying Bop down here way before the baby. Oh, that's my baby. No, way before the baby. We've been saying Bop down here in the 910. Gullah Geechee corridor. You know what I mean? So show respect. Carolina Beach, still love all love. Carolina Beach was locally directly across from Seabreeze, but we weren't allowed to go only on Monday. So that's trash. 1876, Alexander Freeman, who was black and native, received several land grants, bought property in Federal Point Township, which consisted of 300 acres of beachfront property. Yes, he was black and native. Yes. 1951, Lula Freeman Hill and her husband Frank built Monte Carlo by the Sea, which was a hotel and cafe. It had 31 juke joints, including Ruth and Joe's, owned by Joe Farrell, who was one of Seabreeze's few remaining commercial fishermen. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I do got to go back home this weekend for a funeral on one of them off days that I got. Before I had to come back. I'm trying to get so much pictures of historical sites. The one that if you look at my YouTube page, you see me with the Maggie Walker and Africongo Flea Market. You see me downtown Richmond, Shackle Bottom, Henry Box Brown, Reconciliation Statue, all of that, Bojangles, all of that. So yeah, I'm doing my start where you stand, getting my camera thing on. Novasa, North Carolina. There was a bridge built here. It was beneficial because it connected the Atlantic coastline and the seaboard line to connect Wilmington with Charlotte and counties in South Carolina. What does that mean? Business is booming for trade. You know what I mean? Opened up a whole money. 1885, Navassa was established due to the huge fertilizer plants, guano. Kerr-McGee Company, I'm sure y'all heard of that company, Kerr-McGee Company, leaked its chemicals into the water, which caused this town to be an environmental superfund site. Once again, Kerr-McGee Company leaked its chemicals into the water, which caused this town to be an environmental superfund site. Island of Navassa in the Caribbean is known for guano too. So, sorry, not sorry. There's always going to be a connection you can't run away from. You know what I mean? 4 fertilizer companies employed over 4,000 workers. This is from 1919 to 1950. And there we have it. Let me get up out of here. See what this is looking like. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long, as y'all see, as y'all overheard. I gotta handle something real quick, but I did have to get this out, and I do have to apologize, even though I thank you for all of my subscribers, the ones that's tuning in right now. I appreciate y'all. Much love, much respect. I am gonna be on here way more active. There's a lot of real life stuff that I be having to attend to, but that's no excuse. This is a part of my moral duty to get this information out. I want to say thank you. Each one teach one. Once again, a place for we must have. If you Gullah Geechee, it's not that much. Become a member, like a real life member. Don't say you Gullah Geechee, but you know what I mean? You don't got no travel car. Because I ain't gonna lie, that's why I be asking these Aboriginals out here, well, where your car at? What tribe you from? Because I got mine. So it is what it is. Also, Africanisms in the Gullah dialect. If you're in the Richmond area, I just lost my spot. Oh well. Alegba Folklore Society is a one-stop African shop. I met so many Black authors, teachers, people over the school curriculum there. Like, it's a one-stop African shop. They've been winning the African dance festivals, the competition for years and running at a time. Last but not least, Igbo Landing, Queen Quet. Anybody talking about Seminoles or Gullah Geechee or Seminole Freeman, and they don't mention this book, it's cat. It's all cat. I'm pretty sure they're being disingenuous. I mean, Clubhouse is a dangerous place because there's so much misinformation, and you really can rarely prove anything. You know what I mean? Unless you actually are trying to fact check and double check or be an objective or whatever. People will say Gullah Geechees are native, that they're Yamasees or Guale, not knowing that those people are extinct, died because of malaria and war. You know what I mean? And at the same time, after they say that Gullah Geechees are native, even though that they're from Texas, this is funny. They're from Texas saying that they're Seminoles, when Seminoles are from Florida. Make it make sense, you know? So it's just a lot of personal scamming. Be careful of the pay-per-view YouTube lives. You know what I mean? People actually pay people to watch them live on YouTube. But, you know, it's Rona. People at home bored and stuff. You know what I mean? They got nothing better to do, I guess. So it is what it is. But please be wary of the misinformation. If you're familiar with Chef BJ Dennis, go check him out. He's a world-renowned Gullah chef. If please look up Sonny Michon, SUNNM''CHEAX. He's a Gullah Geechee linguist teacher at Harvard University. Please subscribe and follow Queen Quet, Gullah Chiefess of the Gullah Geechee Nation, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. She is the primary. You know what I mean? And that is what it is. Peace and Black power. Y'all stay safe.